Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Say good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
All right, happy first period. All right, today we're going to write the equations in point-slope form and in slope-intercept form for a line. Does that sound like what we did on Monday? Think. Yeah, what we did on Monday. Point-slope form. That back. Point-slope form and then slope-intercept form. Okay? Guys, it's what we did on Monday. But what two pieces of information, okay, do we need to write an equation in point-slope form? Think about that question. Think about those words. What two pieces of information do we need to write point-slope form equation? Birthday girl.
A point and a slope.
A point and a slope. That's why they call it point-slope form. So, that's what these blanks go here. We need a point and a slope. Think about it. Okay? Scotty, read us problem A from left to right. Okay, what are we given? We're given 2 points. Which part do we not have, Scooter? The slope. Guys, when you laugh, I think people think you're laughing at them, so you need to stop. Okay, you're making people feel uncomfortable, and that's just rude. So stop. You know you're not laughing at anybody, but they think you are. So stop. Correct response right now, Gigi, is okay.
Say okay.
Okay. There you go. All right, so we're given 2 points, but we need a point and a slope. We have 2 points. What do we do? Tully?
We take y minus y and x minus x.
So you're going to find what?
So then you're going to find the slope through that.
You got to find the slope first. Okay? Remember, we're given 2 points here. We can find the slope. Maybe at the top, guys, jot down that slope formula. y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So, we have to do something first before we can write the point-slope form, and that is to find the slope. So, everybody find the slope. Go. Murray, what's the slope?
3.
It's not 3. Get it up there. Mr. Frenza, I got -1. 0 minus -3 is 0 plus 3 over 3 minus 6, which is 3 over -3, which reduces down to -1. We now have the slope. What's the logical question the next kid has? We want to write it in point-slope form. What's the next logical question the kid has? Come on, guys, you got to think. Riley, which point do you use? You only need one of them. Do we use the first one, or do we use the second one? JB, what do you think? Why not the second one?
Wait,
Moss.
wouldn't you do, instead of writing y minus y1, when you just put both y's in there, or both x's?
No, you wouldn't put both points in there. That's a good thing. We're still going to use this y minus y1 equals m times the quantity of x minus x1. But we're y and x, we want to stay y and x. It's the x1, y1 that needs to go in there and know the slope now. Which point do we use, people? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay? So, Daly, Dolson, everybody over here. You guys use the first point. Okay? Will, Siobhan, Scotty, everybody over there, you guys use the second point. Watch what happens. Do it. Let's go. This value is in the first point. Give me the point slope form. Oh, I think you're using the second point. Somebody who used the first point. Murray used the first point.
Y minus 0 equals 3.
We established a while ago when you tried to answer that the slope is 3, that the slope is really -1. -1.
-1 and then 3 minus x.
So times the quantity,
Times the quantity of x minus 3.
x minus 3. Everybody over here should have that thing down for point slope form. Okay? Or, Seraldi, write the point slope form. Let's see what he's doing. Or y plus 3 equals x minus 6. Beautiful. Nice job, Seraldi. Guys, both of those answers are 100% correct.
You could use either one.
Believe it or not, they're the same line. And we're going to prove it here in about 2 seconds. Okay? You only have to have one of them. Okay? Tomorrow, when we give you guys the answers, we're going to have 2 answers for the first part of this. Okay? Now, here's how we prove that they're the same line. You guys put yours in slope-intercept form. That means solve it for y. You guys take yours and solve it for y. Distribute and move that y1 over. Go. Val Fresh. Oh, wait. So talk me through your side.
You distribute the 1x.
And then what's y minus 0? Just y.
And then you distribute -1 to x.
Go ahead and do that.
And then distribute to -3, so it's x. -1x.
Do you need a 1 in front of that x? No. Negative x plus 3. Nika, talk me through the right side, please.
Okay. You subtract 3 from both sides.
Not yet. We got to distribute that -1 first.
Negative 1x plus 6. And then subtract 3. Y equals -1x.
Looks like an x. Y equals, can I just write negative x?
Yeah. Plus 3.
What do you guys think? Is it the same line?
Yep.
When you solve it for y, guys, you have to get the same thing. Okay, because it's the same line. So, the blue and the red here, or the green and the blue. You got to have one or the other. Okay, you got to have it all. All right, spent a lot of time on that one, guys. Let's get this next one done a little bit quicker. Find the slope. Choose a point. Doesn't matter which point you choose. Be smart. I'd probably choose that first point because you got smaller numbers. Like that first example, I would have chosen the point that had the 0 in it because it makes it a little bit easier. Miss Abigail, talk me through finding the slope, please. I don't know what you're doing with slope.
Oh.
Look, hey, Abigail, if you need to write x comma y above each point, do that. And remember, slope, we're going to subtract the y's over subtract the x's. That's not right. It's 2 minus, it's subtracting the y's. So you need to go 2 minus -10. Agree?
Yeah.
Take your time, do this right. Over,
Over -1 minus 1.
there you go. But now, what's the same thing as subtracting -10?
Plus
Not plus negative, Abigail. Plus 10.
Plus 10, so 12 over 4.
-1 minus 5. You can go back to 7th grade. I'm going to make you skip your electives, and you're going to sit through here with Ms. Schwitzenberg, because that's what they're doing right now, is adding integers. -1 minus 5. Yeah, negative 6. And reduce 12 over negative 6.
2 over 1, so 2.
Negative signs exist, remember that.
Negative
Negative 2. Okay? Alright, I would choose the first point here, guys, because they're smaller numbers. You totally can choose the next, but let's work smarter, not harder. Okay? Everybody choose that first point or the second one if you want. Who's got the point slope form? Zuli, take a risk.
Y minus 2 equals 2 times, or no, equals negative 2 times the quantity of x plus 1.
Done. Box that. There's your point slope form. Halfway home. Zuli, distribute your negative 2 and then add 2 to both sides. You can do this.
Y minus 2 equals negative 2x minus 2 and plus 2. So y equals 2x.
Guys, this one happens to go through the origin. Coincidentally. Because v is 0. Slope-intercept form, v is 0. Okay? That happens. Alright, so the thing we're adding to today, we're finding the slope first, choosing the smarter of the 2 points, and then putting it in slope-intercept form. Go, try that next one. Be careful with your integers. Chuck Smith, talk me through the finding the slope.
M equals negative 3 plus 2 over 6 minus 3.
Awesome. Is?
Negative 1/3.
How people got a slope of negative 1/3? Right? Do the work. All right, which point, Chuck, looks a little bit easier to choose?
The second one.
Second one. Okay? I'm going to choose that point. Just because the numbers are smaller. If you choose the first one, you're not wrong. You're going to get the same slope-intercept form if you choose that one. If you want to be a little risky, choose the first point. Go ahead, Chuck, plug the things in using the second point.
Y plus 2 equals negative 1/3 times the quantity of x minus 3.
Nice. There's the point slope form. The negative sign didn't come out too good there. All right, Chuck, let's solve it for y and put it in the slope-intercept form.
Y plus 2 equals negative 1/3 x plus 1.
Plus 1. How many of you guys can do negative 1/3 times negative 3 in your head? Distributing that slope, guys, to the negative 3. Negative 1/3 times negative 3 is positive 1. Keep going, Chuck. You're doing awesome.
And then you do y equals negative 1/3. Negative 1/3 minus 1.
Minus 1. He subtracted 2 from both sides to move that thing that's with the y over. And it makes minus 1. Okay? All right, jump to the last page. You're doing great. All right, last one of these. Go. Pass through the point negative 5, 0. Negative 1, comma 3. Siobhan, talk me through getting a slope.
M equals 0 plus 3.
Guys, you gotta have to get, yeah, it's y minus y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So it's be 0 minus 3 over
Negative 5 minus negative 1.
which is really what? You change it to addition. Because we really don't like, guys, minus negatives.
Plus.
How could minus negative 1 be the same thing as plus negative 1? Doesn't make any sense. Plus positive 1. Okay?
And then,
Oh, you're right, -4. I wrote down 2. And then, what's a negative divided by a negative, Siobhan, as far as the sign? Yeah. How many people got a slope of 3/4? Positive 3/4. Okay, Siobhan, which point looks easier to choose? First one. Anything's got to, if one of the values is 0, guys, you're going to see that's a little bit easier to use. So I'd use -5, 0. You want to be a little risky? Choose the second one. Plug it in, Siobhan. You're doing great. Y minus 0.
Y minus 0 equals positive. Or no, y minus 0 equals 3/4 times the quantity of x plus 5.
X plus 5. Okay, now I've got a little bit of work to do. You want to use your calculators? You can. Here's how I do this, though. Oh, how convenient. We're not going to have to move anything over. That's going to be good. Because y minus 0 is just y. Siobhan, in your head, what's 3/4 times x? That's easy. It's plus, what's 3/4 times 5? What did you do in your head? It's pretty simple. Zuli? 15/4. Or, Siobhan, if you use your calculator, what is it number? 3 3/4. Okay? So, you could have 15/4 or 3 3/4 for your B.
Yeah, I did the other one, I got the same thing.
Right. You always will. Okay? So, finding slope first, put it in point slope form, get it into slope intercept form. All right, last problem. The cost of making spirit buttons is shown in the table. Write an equation in point slope form, okay, to represent the cost y of making x buttons. So we want our answer in point slope form. Everybody circle or underline the words point slope form. It's a good habit to get into. Points to circle or underline what form you want your answer in. Okay. Remember, if you're given 2 columns of information, the first column is probably going to be x or y, guys? X. First column generally going to be x. And I always know money is always y, so that's the other way to think about it. Okay? So, I'm going to pair these up. I'm going to pair these up as a point. 100 buttons cost $25, whereas 150 buttons cost $35. I'm going to write them as points. Find the slope and use one of the 2 points. Go. Ms. Daly, talk me through the slope.
25 minus 5 over 100 minus 100.
Nice. Okay. Do it in a systematic way, guys. Take that first y minus the second one over the first x minus the second x. 25 minus 35. 1/5. The slope, guys, is 1/5. Okay? Which basically means it costs $1 to make 5 buttons. It costs $1 to make 5 buttons. All right, now we're going to put it in point slope form. Which point, Noreen, do you want to use? She's going to use the first one. Okay? You want to try the second one? That's fine. Put it in slope form, Noreen. You're doing great.
Y minus 5 equals 150 x minus
Perfect. Y minus 25 equals 1/5 times the quantity of x minus 100. Now, do we have to solve this one for y? Put it in slope intercept form. Yes or no?
No.
Why not? Do the directions ever say put it in? Guys, you have to read directions carefully. It doesn't say we have to put it in slope-intercept form, and we're good to go here. If we did, we did distribute our 1/5, add 25, and we'd be good to go.